Thank you very much. That's all we've got.
Thank you everyone for coming to the panel. Also, thank you for everyone who is sitting here, who made me right when I said if we give the t-shirts in advance, they won't all leave. So thank you very much. So we're the team working on Warhammer Online Wrath of Heroes. We work at BioWare Mythic, one of the newest studios in the BioWare family. And we've been working on this game for a little while, and I'm going to give you kind of a brief overview of what it is. Start point? Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Did you check the battery?
We tested it. We tested it. Highly effective A/B testing. There we go. All right. So the idea behind the game is to do fast combat. One of the things that everyone really liked in Warhammer Online was our scenario gameplay. And one of the things that people said about Warhammer Online was, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I like the game, I really want to keep playing it, but I can't invest in it. And so we wanted to provide an experience for them without changing kind of what it is that hardcore Warhammer fans love about Warhammer. We didn't want to dilute the game, the RVR game, all. Major change to the game was the concept of 3 teams. That was something we learned from Dark Age of Camelot. And Dark Age of Camelot, yeah. Dark Age of Camelot, by the way, is 10 years old this year. And still going strong. And there's a team hard at work on some cool 10-year stuff, so I might have spoiled that, sorry. So anyway, 3 teams, 6v6v6. No, we don't have any weird kind of thing about that. Just 6, we like 60 players, 3 teams.
Did you know that any weird about it?
We're just weird. 15 minutes. So one of the big things for us was a lot of people on the team. Actually, I tell the story about Amber's husband. She lets him play an hour every night because they've got 2 kids. And if he plays more than an hour, she's mad. And he really loves League of Legends, and he gets 1 game, and if he loses, he comes the next day, and he's cranky. And so she's mad, and he's mad, and it's a mess. So we decided to put 15-minute gameplay sessions so that you can get a few sessions in if you have 2 kids and you're giving me a look. Sorry, I have to share your personal life. Obviously, you get focused on teams. One of the big things also we borrowed with great love from games like Team Fortress 2, the idea you kind of roll into a game and you don't have a superior matchup. The other team brought the healers and you forgot the healers. So we allow you on death to choose to any one of the heroes that you have in your arsenal. We have unique heroes that were not available in Warhammer Online. So for example, one of the heroes that we're showing, we're going to show you a little more about her tonight, is Nephthys, the vampire. So we're going to be able to show you some cool heroes. And tonight, I don't know if you guys saw this in the program other than content to be announced, but you will be able to vote on the next hero that we're working on. So, competition focused, leaderboard focused, it's all about jumping in, jumping out, being the best, getting in, getting out. And also, it's a client download, but it's going to be under a gig. So, a low commitment, 3-way. A fast 15-minute 3-way. I probably should have done this first, but the game is more important than we are. But let's talk about the team who is sitting up here, who's going to tell you about it. This is Paul Barnett, our creative director. Woo. My name is Carrie Guskus. I did not write my own title, but Amber, thank you. And then we have Amber Turner, a senior designer, Nate Levy, senior designer, and Ken Hawley, who brings us burritos every Monday. The most important job of all. So the main purpose of this is to give you guys an insight into how we build and design heroes. Paul, is there anything you want to share before we get into it?
I don't agree with marketing banning the tagline, everyone loves a 3-way.
Yeah, we have everyone loves the 3-way shirts that we wear, but we're not allowed to give out to you guys, sorry. That's our marketing guy. So we're going to kick it off to the designers, where Paul and I will probably derail at some point because that's what we do.
So when we're looking at heroes to create, there's two primary ways that we decide who and what to do. One is, what do we need? Is there a hole? Is there an imbalance somewhere that we need to address? The other side of that is, what would be fun? What would somebody like to play? So the first thing, what do we need? Let's talk about more.
So for example, in our testing right now, we have a Shadow Warrior character named Korth, who was absolutely slaughtering people left, right, sideways. It was pretty horrible. He was topping the leaderboards every time. But he was great to play. He was fun. He was awesome. We actually tried to nerf him, and he was just no fun anymore. And
Except for the fact that he's a high elf.
What? You don't like the elves?
Oh.
What I liked about it was the moment of realization. They said, gee, the guy who hits people from a long way away with little tiny arrows seems to be killing everyone. And I was there going, funny that. And when the big fat sluggy orc can't get to him and get pincushion, it's almost like we should, I don't know, stop him shooting people from a long way away with almost invisible ammunition that's endless.
But that was no fun. We wanted it to be fun.
So that the elves stopped playing as soon as they started losing.
Yeah. So in this case, in order to fix the problem with Korth, we decided to introduce a new character who would effectively counter him. Instead of nerfing him, we just gave you more options since you can switch heroes anyway. If the other team brings a lot of Korth, then you switch to Coralie the Dark Elf, who has insane amounts of dodge. He can't hit her worth anything. She runs up, she slices him from top to bottom, and that's the end of that. So occasionally we introduce new heroes because they fit what they fill a gap that the game needs, and they let us fix balance issues without nerfing characters.
So we don't have to worry about that. Like I said, we get to concentrate on what would be fun. How about a troll?
Yes!
That'd be great. Just running around vomiting all the time, killing people.
Don't forget Target.
Oh, farting as well. Like
Yes.
eating people. Or maybe a dryad. Dryad could be cool too. In fact, when we started looking at the dryad, we realized we had all of this art to pull from.
We were actually trying to do skins for Dryad, and we realized we can do seasons because they're trees. And that actually came up with a pretty cool idea for character.
We also, I mean, no game would be complete without a dwarf of some sort. Dwarves are always fun to play.
Oh, and also when we were checking
Pay no attention to squig.
we did check at one point to see whether or not a snotling could hold a great weapon. It can.
Yeah. Okay, squig.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's actually that's a cake.
They made on AC
Made
Cakes.
by AC Cakes, which became an egg. It's actually bigger than stuff.
It was actually about, yeah.
Well, actually, most things are bigger than that's true. Everyone got a piece. Everyone turned up a games day. Games day. Got a piece of squid cake. Sorry.
Continue. We're derailing. Continue. March 4th, Terry Forest.
So the reason this is here is to illustrate a point. It's really easy to say, make a Slayer. It's another thing entirely to figure out, okay, I need to have a suite of abilities, he needs to behave a certain way, I need to implement him and then pull in art. It's sort of like somebody figuring out how to make 50 pounds of squid cake with infrastructure and it's held up on two little legs. Maybe not. So, alright, hero, okay. Seven, hero appearance. The base of any hero's appearance is the model. So we decide what they look like underneath it all. Then we put in the armor. Yeah. But wait, it gets better if you put in the weapons. Oh yeah. So we work with the artist to make sure it's the best it can possibly be. Usually we have a big stable of art to draw from. So usually we're painstakingly making edits from what already exists. But if nothing exists, then we make it from scratch.
I think eventually we went. You know what? If you play the MMO, we give you all this equipment as your adventure. And you know, it's